There's this feeling that I've gotten while playing. I call it that perfect feeling. It's just this moment where I don't really know how to describe it. As you're playing, it's like everything's just going perfectly. It's like maybe you're playing wrong notes, but it doesn't matter because you're just in some sort of flow. It's just completely uninterrupted and there's nothing except the music, the audience, and you're just there, it's just all going through you.
The music sounds like it's coming from a seasoned master, but playing the baby grand piano is 16-year-old Ennis local Shannon, whose talent for playing the piano wows all who hear. But to understand how he got this good, we have to go back a few years and to Sean's home here in Ennis.
Let It Go keyboard cover.
When I was 8 years old, I started picking out melodies by ear on a toy piano my sister had with 5 keys. So
Just a tiny little piano.
It had C, D, E, F and G, 5 keys. They were multicoloured. And that was the beginning.
And do you remember that feeling when you were a child and when you were doing that? Like, what was it that you liked about it?
I always liked music, you know. When I was younger, I used to be in the school choir and I loved like watching the way whichever teacher playing the piano. I just enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching.
It was then, watching TV, that Sean was exposed to the world of classical music and composers.
Back when I was very small, I used to watch Little Einsteins. It's all about teaching art appreciation to kids, so they always incorporate famous pieces of classical music, of artwork into the show and get the kids to interact with it.
Music by Antonin Dvorak.
Was there something about the classical music that appealed to you?
I think it was more than anything, it was kind of like when they would put on the piano pieces especially, it was kind of a sense of awe. I just thought it was amazing how people could write that kind of music, how people could play it and perform it. And you know, it's so old, but we're still performing all these pieces and enjoying them hundreds of years later.
As Sean got older, he wanted to play the piano more and more, and so started to teach himself.
We were not able to afford piano lessons or a proper instrument, so actually over here is my, you can't see it, but over there is my first keyboard that I had that my mother bought me for Christmas. I was kind of just searching online for any information I could find, every YouTube video, every article.
Sean was then able to qualify for subsidised music lessons, and so was paired with a teacher and started to learn technique.
My teachers that I've had, they've completely changed my understanding of music. I never realised how much there is to just simply playing piano.
He was improving all the time, but never had the chance to practice his skills on a bigger piano. But then one day, he spotted an ad on Facebook from Glór Theatre in Ennis.
Glór decided to take their baby grand piano and put it out into the foyer. And they issued a sort of open invitation saying, anyone who wants to play, just come in and, you know, play something. I want to play a grand piano, so I just went in with a few of my friends.
Sean was only 13 when he entered the foyer in Glór and started to play. Derek McMahon works in the theatre's box office.
Sean came into us and we were fortunate enough that he did. People came in and played that piano of all different ages, young, old. But I think when he plays, there's a feeling. We all kind of said, okay, we've got something special here.
We say that some composers compose from the heart.
It wasn't just Glór that noticed his ability. Eleanor Feely is a theatre artist who works a lot in Glór and struck up a friendship with Sean.
Sean at his young years. I mean, I remember the first time I saw him, I directed the Clare Youth Theatre, and we were sitting outside here, just actually down there, and he came in with his friends, and the friends all sat around as if they were at a picnic. It was wonderful to see it thrown around the piano, and he started to play. I thought this was somebody who really can play with soul, and I was very, very blown away by the fact that somebody so young could play with such maturity. And so it has brought people together. It's like anything that's wonderful in this world. It's about bringing people together. And the depth of his feeling, which was able to, like, even if people didn't particularly like classical music, he touched their souls.
Nigel Bridge is a much-loved local pianist. He spotted Sean's talent too and offered to help in any way.
The first time we heard him here, I walked in that front door, I was convinced it was piped music. The jaw dropped, I thought, good Lord. When I hear him play, I hear direct creative spirit exploding, because you can be born with it, but you don't quite know how to use it. He seems to have an instantaneous command of what he's doing.
Sean's music teacher is Tatiana, who is from Russia. She was amazed at his ability to understand and play complicated Russian composers.
Well, first of all, he has passion for music, absolute passion for music. And everything in him, in my opinion, is just, he was born to be a piano player. His hands, his head, his ear, everything is meant to be for playing piano.
Glór was so impressed by Sean that they made him an offer. Use the theatre to host your first professional recital.
Were you nervous before that, or how were you feeling?
Oh yeah, I thought I was going to die. I didn't know how I was going. I had no idea how. I was sitting there in my dressing room, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to walk out there up to that bench without just falling over and dying. Literally everyone I knew was there, and it was booked out, the entire place, and there was just people going back rows. I was like, I can't believe they're all here to watch me. Like, this is mad.
You're like, there's been some sort of mistake.
Yeah. I was so nervous I couldn't bow properly. I barely looked at the audience. I kind of stared at my feet the entire time and then sat down awkwardly. I think that as I relaxed more into it, I got progressively better, and then by the end I was enjoying myself quite a lot on stage. There's this feeling that I've gotten before while playing. I call it that perfect feeling.
In the audience that day were two parents who had that very proud feeling.
Like I said to myself, if I didn't know that that's my son in the room, I wouldn't believe it, like, you know.
What he plays, when you sit back, sometimes if you really just tune out of everything else and you listen to him, it's unreal, like.
Sean's mother is Cecilia. She's from the Philippines, and his father, Frank, is from Ennis.
He's on a journey. The best thing to do is go forward and enjoy it as best he can. So I just hope he follows his dream and have no regrets, because the future for him is bright, I think.
And they know, no matter what happens in his musical career, they will always be proud of him.
If he's happy, I'm happy, you know. Whatever it is that he reached in regards to being a pianist, I'll be happy with that.
Sean is planning to audition for the Royal Academy of Music in Dublin and also hopes to study abroad in Central Europe. But for the time being, he will continue to play here in Glór and practice and perfect the music he loves.